What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another deck profile here on TCG University for the card game UniVersus. My name's Tam, and today I'm going to be talking about Jeff's Talim 2-Dot deck. This deck is from the new Soul Calibur DLC booster pack that you can find at your LGS, and we have made a full-fledged water deck out of it. So if you like the deck profile, make sure you go and check out the DLC, or the Soul Calibur DLC matches on a playlist here on the channel. And yeah, with that, let's jump into the profile. All right, so this is Talim. Talim is a 7-hand size character with 19 vitality. And if you haven't seen one of my deck profiles, as opposed to just reading off the card verbatim what it does, what I want to do is I actually want to tell you more about how the deck works, what are the cool combos inside of the deck, and give you more of like an elevator pitch, high-level version of the deck profile. So what does Talim want to do in a nutshell? Talim wants to get a free momentum by having more face downs than her opponent, as well as taking all face downs in her card pool and building them down, so to clear her card pool, build her awesome foundations, and then keep pushing for more damage. She really wants to utilize that 7-hand size, and how many cards can I play on a turn? So with that said, she's a really good multiple character, and that's what we're going to get into. What's the first main kill card inside of our deck? It is 3 Windmill Punch. Windmill Punch is just absolutely fantastic. It says multiple 3, which means that I get to take the 3 momentum and turn them into 3 more attacks, and then I can either discard them or use Talim to just build them all face down committed. That's more foundations to keep playing more cards for my my next turn. I hope I didn't mess up my order here. The next card, double checking, yeah, we're good. The next thing about this is it gives all of my other attacks +1 damage. That includes all of my face downs, because it says all printed 3 or less, and 0, which is on a multiple. Multiples don't have a printed, so it's assumed that it's 0, is less than 3. Fun fact for all the kids out there. So on to the rest of it. The next main kill card that we're playing is 3 Sublimating Blades. This is a really, really strong combo. Sublimating Blades is very similar to Windmill Punch, but as opposed to Windmill Punch discarding the cards, Sublimating Blades just turns other 3 damage attacks and makes them copies of the multiple. And so, like, let's say I've got a Windmill Punch inside of my card pool, as well as, we'll just say, this other random card. I play the Supplementing Blade, I play my attack, play my attack, play my attack, use Supplementing Blade. I can turn these 2 attacks into multiple copies, and then use Talim to then build them down. So it's just like turning one attack into 14, or one card into 14 cards is just exactly what this deck wants to do by utilizing her face down, probably momentum as foundations, and then Supplementing Blade, using her attacks as attacks. Fun fact about Supplementing Blade, let's say that I do have the 2 multiple copies, and I play my my Supplementing Blade, I can turn the multiple copies into more multiple copies, because she does say also printed 3 or less. So really, really good stuff. Maybe I don't want to build them down. Maybe I want to just keep playing more Subblades. The next section is how do I gain momentum? If I'm playing all these multiples, how do I do it? So Deadly Dilamento says response after I block with it, add the top card of my deck underneath my character as a momentum, and then I can play it as a reversal. It's just it's a 3 mid for 3. Maybe I don't want to block, so it'll deal 3 damage. That's fine, and then I'll grab another momentum. Hey, I'm ready for a multiple 2. This by itself sometimes just says grab multiple 2. We were playing triple Airblade Thrust. This is Talim's new attack. Really, really bright, really red. She's messed it up Inferno. It has a stat that says face downs don't count towards progressive to play this card, and then if it deals damage, add it to your momentum. A lot like Fatality. Fatality just goes, but this is a bit of a cost. So the cool thing that we can do with this, let's say that we've got the Windmill Punch, we've got the 2 multiples, and I don't want to kick them. I want to build them, and so I'll play the Airblade Thrust on the 3, not counting these 2, +1, so on a 4, and then use Talim to build them down. This is the best card to utilize Talim's Enhanced Commit. Very, very strong. Super relevant effect, as well as just being a 3 mid with a mid block or mid attack. There's just a bunch of 3s all over the place on this card. Doesn't have 3 mid block though. It's got a 2. I lied. Anywho. Up next combo piece, we've got 4 Bicycle Kick. This card just says enhance, add a copy of Bicycle Kick from your discard pile to your momentum. This card is really, really strong, especially if you want to just play as quick of multiples as possible. And then its combo enhance honestly isn't that relevant, but the fact that Bicycle Kick just adds more Bicycle Kicks and then can multiple out, and then we can build them all down. It is relevant enough. It is good enough. We're playing 3 Liu Kang's Fireball. Liu Kang's Fireball is just a combo extender, enhance, add the top card of my discard pile to the top of my deck. With me, if I check well on Liu Kang's, it means that I'm going to check well on the next one. There's a possibility we are playing Sublimating Blade, so playing Subblade on the 6 and then checking the 2 is just bad enough. Is rough enough to just end your whole life. It just ends your whole night. It ends your whole game, excuse me. It ends your week. And so making sure that we can play out these big, long strings and get a chance to use our Talim abilities is relevant enough to keep this card in the deck. And then our last card is just stats, Betrayal. We are playing just a bunch of 3 damage attacks, and if we don't see the combo pieces inside of our foundations or our assets in order to pump these damage up, killing somebody like Goro is going to be nigh impossible. This card just says +2/+2, as well as if my character is committed, which she commits herself to do cool things, I get to draw 2 additional cards. So this card just makes me a 9-hander sometimes. It's also really good on reversal. Okay, so now I want to talk about the support cards, right? And so the first thing I want to talk about is actually Yin and Yang. Yin and Yang does 2 things inside of this deck. Number 1, the thing that Yin and Yang does is it takes and lets me pick up any of these combo pieces. So let's say I've got a couple momentum, but I block, and now I just get to pick up a Windmill Punch and basically say, hey, you better kill me this turn or I'm going to Windmill Punch you to death. Windmill Punch, either build them all down or Supplementing Blade them or so on and so forth. There's just a bunch that picking up Windmill Punch or Bicycle Kick or there's just a ton of options. Or after I do play my Windmill Punch and I play my Windmill Punch, I'll just stack 2 cards in their card pool. And so now all of these multiples have essentially +2 speed because 2 cards in their card pool adds +2 to their difficulty. And so relevant enough. It also triggers and makes Bicycle Kick live. Gives Bicycle Kick a multiple too by just essentially discarding a card. On the assets, the most relevant asset that we have is 1 Krita Yuga. It says all of our printed 3 damage attacks get a little bit bigger, and we get to ready foundations in order to keep playing cards. Krita Yuga is one of the most aggressive assets in the entire game. It gives damage at ready's cards so you can keep playing stuff. We're playing 1 Erendite Replica. I think this is the coolest card in the deck. Response commit after an attack is played, it gets +1 or -2 to its multiple rating. What this means is my Supplementing Blades go from multiple 2 to multiple 3, which means now I can clear 3 cards from my card pool and make them a multiple, all by commit cost. It also says things like Dark Chirito are significantly less scary because I don't have to deal with all of that's happening. It's a really, really good card. Really, really clever find for this deck. We're playing 1 Sai and Loka. Sai says that if I don't have a momentum, gain a momentum, and that's pretty much it. I want to just grab more momentum. The more momentum, the better. And we're playing 1 Drossel. Drossel just says that I don't die if I'm at Desperation. As a 7-hand size 19 Vitality character, it's super possible to just get 2-shot. If you 2-shot me into, if you hit me into Desperation, I'm gonna survive as long as you have a momentum. So now you don't get to have a resource because I've got negate an attack on the board. On her foundations, we're playing triple Innocent Breeze. This says just commit. This attack's going to get a ton of damage. Really, really good on her attack, the Airblade Thrust. I've got 16 cards in my card pool. Enhance, commit, gets +1 damage for each one, and this card doesn't count the face downs towards progressive. And so these 2 cards work in tandem together, as well as so does Cloaked Predator. Every single one of our attacks are mids, and so enhance commit, your mid attack gets +1 speed for each attack in your card pool. The face downs as multiples count as attacks. If this said attack cards, it wouldn't count, but since multiples are considered attacks, this does allow me to push through. So having one of this 4 cards in my card pool and an Airblade Thrust, it says my Airblade Thrust committing 2 cards gets +4/+4. That's super relevant. That's super good. We're playing double Last Priestess of the Winds. Just my face down gets +1/+1. Super good. This deck is all about just incremental small damage pumps, and so, or small damage attacks, and so just turning a 3 damage attack into a 4 damage attack. Playing 4 damage attacks is significantly better than playing 4 3 damage attacks. You just earned an entire extra attack just based off of 1 Last Priestess. Imagine if they were all 5 damage, or all 6 damage, or all so on and so forth. We're playing triple Maternal Swordsmanship. Enhance, flip, ready 1 foundation that has not been ready this turn. Very, very good. It just, once again, it's like a little baby Krita Yuga. +2 speed or +2 damage, and then keep playing more cards. Very relevant. It's actually really good on defense too. Ready that foundation might be the thing that saves your life. We're playing a double Reading the World of Outsiders. It's very similar to the first two foundations we talked about. It's just commit. My next one gets 2/2 on a 1-cost commit. This foundation by itself, if utilized only one time, just says +3 damage to whatever attack that I want. We're also playing for more kill them cards, freeing the relics. This card's got a really good keep me alive ability though as well. Enhance commit. Your printed 3 damage attack gets +2 damage. Very, very relevant. And it doesn't say commit this, it says commit a foundation. And then destroy this attack gets a -1 speed for each card in your opponent's card pool, playable while committed. So if you yin and yang them, or they keep blocking your stuff, you're later, or they keep playing more cards, you can just block and excuse me, you can make sure that you can block stuff late in the chain. My last play more cards. Sorry, we're on to the play more cards section. Not the last one, but the first one. The first play more cards card is A Sun's Love. First form commit, draw a card. If they want to grab a momentum, you get to draw an additional card. I would love to be a 9-hander, thank you. And then we are playing some reversal stuff. Is that true? Yeah, we're playing the 1 reversal, so discarding safe from their card is just relevant enough. Relevant to be more than 1 of? No, but I think it's a solid 1 of in every deck that it can. More playing more cards, 1 big spender, or 2 big spenders, excuse me, after you play a card with multiple ability, ready this foundation. So let's say I want to play the windmill punch on a 5, I check a 3, I commit both big spenders. It was successfully played, I'll respond and then ready both my big spenders back up. Hey, it looked like I didn't check the 3 at all. Relevant card, it's also really good spam. Playing more cards once again, searching for the Knight of Mare. We're going to take the cards from the top of our deck after I play a combo and then add it, build it face down. So I'll flip and then just build 1 in. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Playing 3 Dreaming of Becoming Whole, discard a momentum, which we're super relevant to do, and then +1 to your check. Or after it is committed, I'll multiple out, respond at once per turn after a momentum is paid. I'll ready it back up. I just play more cards, just ready more cards, just do more cool stuff. I don't want to play as many cards as I can. My last play more cards card is I have a sword. This card says response after my attack deals damage. I had one of my face downs foundations from my staging area up to my hand. But Tam, you say, it doesn't make any sense. Why do I want to add face downs? Well, Talim says that I take those cool momentums that have hit you before. I've used them as multiples. I'll build them all down, and then I'll use I have a sword to pick them back up and then play them back again. Onto the Keep Me Alive, my defensive pieces. There's not a lot of defense in this deck, but something relevant is Generous Gambler. I think this card is insane. This card is not just keep them alive, but sometimes this might be the thing that pushes you in for the rest of the game. I'll add my 3 face downs and then start destroying my committed face downs based off of what I've used with Talim for +2 or -2 speed. Hyper relevant. To His Gift of Immortal Blood. This card is one of the best speed hit in the game, but it is solely based on does my opponent have a momentum. This card being -5 speed might be relevant enough for my opponent just to not take momentum. I personally think that if you're not taking momentum, it's an issue, but seeing this card on the field, it might just change your mind. A lot of decks have good momentum uses, and this card might just be the deterrent that you need. Playing Double Wear Light. This card just says your opponent skips their next enhance. They have to pass on their next enhance, and so then I pass and we just go straight to blocks. It pseudo seals 1 attack. They get pretty much 1 enhance on it. And then lastly, we're playing Triple Agents and Wise. I like my foundations exactly where they are, thank you. Especially the ones that give like extra speed, extra damage. Destroying or getting rid of my I have a swords might say that my combos don't extend quite as far as I want them to, and so this card might be the thing that pushes me further and beyond. All right, so that was Jeff's Talim 2-dot deck. If you like the deck, like I said at the top, make sure that you go out and check out the matches here on the DLC, the Soul Calibur DLC playlist. You can see the deck in action. Or if you want to have a chit-chat with him, let us know down in the comments down below. Or go out to patreon.com/TCGU University for the $1 level and get access to our Discord and have a big, long conversation about why Talim 2-dot is the best damn deck. That's a different series. Best damn deck in the game. So, from all of us here at TCG University, thank you very much for watching and stay alert.